faster, but his parents wanted him to take Amsterdam Avenue. "The lights on Amsterdam are timed," they explained. I know. Do you think I'm some kind of idiot?" the taxi driver said, turning around to face Isaac's parents and losing control, driving into the divider. Somehow none of them had been seriously injured, but after that Isaac's parents lost their interest in the outside world. They retreated to the Russian classics and the safety of their dark apartment. Sometimes Isaac caught them speaking Yiddish, which he had never heard them speak before, though as soon as he walked into the room, they reverted quickly to Russian. After the accident, Isaac's parents rarely went out, and they never got into a car again, or left the city, not even to visit their oldest friends in Connecticut. His parents, who had not allowed themselves to be vanquished by Stalin or Hitler, had, in the end, been defeated by an ornery taxi driver. It was as if their brush with death had given them the license to admit defeat, to accept that their exile was now permanent. But Isaac had been happy to be in New York, far from the old battles of Europe. Still, he had planned to enlist in the army as soon as his parents were settled. He wanted to be part of the fight against fascism. Though he was not particularly optimistic about the world's future, or even sure that war was the best solution, now that it was on, he wanted to do something. But then his parents had been so shaken by the accident, so derailed, that he did not feel he could leave them. He knew it was just a matter of time until he was drafted, so he relaxed for the first time since the war began. He got a job at Florsheim's, fetching shoes from the storeroom for the salesman, and when he was not working, he explored the city. His favorite activity was walking from their apartment on 106th Street to Brooklyn, across the Brooklyn Bridge. Once, before he gave up on trying to get his parents to embrace their new home, he took them to see the bridge. His father was an engineer, a builder of bridges. Perhaps, Isaac thought, standing in the wind, looking up at the sky, they would be comforted. They went to see the bridge on a Sunday in spring. His mother had thought there was something not quite right about walking on a bridge just for the sake of walking. "It is not a park," she said. "No, it is not a park," Isaac had agreed, "but that is what is so wonderful. Only in America would people take a leisurely Sunday walk on a bridge." "And why is that wonderful?" his mother asked. But Isaac could not explain. His father walked slowly, his hands deep in his pockets. They walked from the Manhattan end to the Brooklyn end, and then they turned around and walked back. Isaac pointed out the elaborate spiderweb mesh of the cables and various buildings of the Manhattan skyline. Then the three of them took the subway back to their dark apartment on 106th Street. "What did you think?" Isaac asked his father on their way home. His father had shrugged. "It's just a bridge," he said. But it was not just a bridge, Isaac thought. It was a bridge about which poems had been written, a bridge that made history. Perhaps he had never dreamed of changing the course of history, but he still wanted to be part of it, to see what would happen, to live. He opened the window wide, breathed in the dry, hot air of Meknes. The driver accelerated and turned on the radio, loud. "C'est merveilleux, cette musique," Isaac said, but the driver did not respond. When they arrived at the Hotel Atlas, the driver wanted to go in himself to make sure there was a room available. "There will be a room," Isaac said again. "But you don't have a reservation." "How much do I owe you?" Isaac asked, opening the door as he spoke. "Calm down, monsieur. There is no rush." "I will pay you now or not at all," Isaac said, getting out of the car with his bag. He walked around to the driver's side.